Anyway, back to the cannon man. As I got ouchied.
Right.
I think it's been 30 minutes. It has. Thank the square.
Thanks, Square Enix.
Thank the square from over the seas. Wow.
Oh, no, get out of there.
Wow, that's lame as hell. Oop.
Oh, watch out.
It did 19 damage to me.
Giant toothy Hershey's Kiss.
Got it? Yeah. Whee.
Oh, it's another one of the trees.
Yeah, I get the
probably
feeling they're
dispel
just going to be
darkness.
everywhere here. Get them resolve. Get in there. Give him the old smackaroony.
That's
Wow.
not Zov, it's Gavad.
Zov is ridiculous. Like, I remember when I originally got Zov, I was just like, man, he kind of blows. Turns out, I was just distinctly...
No, this is Gavad.
Oh, this is Gavad. Zov is amazing. This is Gavad. You were correct. What's up, dude?
Hey, is this something new? Or we faced
Yeah,
it
we've
before?
never faced this guy before.
Oh, yeah.
This is a new enemy. Ow.
Kind of like a genie with demon horns. He doesn't really have
He's
a
actually
lower
kind
half
of
to his
intermediate.
body. He likes to clap his hands together. This is his primary attack. Clap. He must like patty cake.
I think I just gotta bap him to death. Your baps mean nothing to me. Nothing! There it goes. That guy's kind of annoying. On the plus side.
Right. Counter with all that, but then you have to face the enemies on this side of the veil.
I mean, I don't really have to. I just kind of do.
Oh, hey, look, it's one of the bowls. Sort of like the bipedal horned ones, but wow, disappeared in a flash. And you leveled up. 53.
Yep. Nah, I was really hoping I could stun that guy. I cannot. Not actually do any extra damage? I have no idea. Ow. Not really ow. We're going up here, yeah? Eh. He will never attack very fast, though, which is a bit of a shame.
Nope, another tree.
Oh. And it's back to Gavad time. Whee. This does gross damage.
The fact that those ads are parts of itself that have budded off. Pretty gross too.
That kind of works. I don't feel like fighting these guys. What about you, though?
Whoa! Did that tree come out of nowhere?
Yep. Oh, the Sight Stealer's a spawn portal. That's why it came out of nowhere. On the plus side, 11,000
Kaboom.
damage.
Woohoo!
That's a fast way to get rid of those things. Wander, you're still alive. We want to beat this game. Oh, lady.
Oh, devoted woman. I am more devoted to Lady Sarah than any other. Even in death, my fervor knows no bounds.
Oh, please show me a MacGuffin with an attack power of 7,000.
Do I want to be taken to Sarah, you ask? That's Lady Sarah to you, and I wouldn't dream of doing anything so outrageous. I heard of a place filled with Linnea flowers Lady Sarah is fond of. I want to see it. Oh, so she just wants to be taken to the grove.
That grove.
Hey, it's better than the weapons. You actually have access to the grove.
That spinny movie is not nearly as cool as I was hoping it would be. Oh, and it's on cooldown, so I can't switch it out. Son of a butt.
I need an ottoman.
You need a what?
An ottoman. Then I could pick my feet up.
Oh, we still have the ottoman.
Yes, it's just full of Wii games. I wonder why they're called Ottomans. 'Cause it just makes me think of the Ottoman Empire. Maybe the premise of footstools were developed there. I don't know.
Oh. Maybe? Well, I know I'm getting wrecked here.
Hmm?
I'm at 200% affinity, which is like, do not pass go. That's way too high.
Oh, isn't that a bad level to be at? Wait,
It increases my damage, but also makes me very vulnerable to killing. I should probably switch away from it. Oh, green nullstone. Yeah, I should kind of keep some of those things. But
So does that mean you have to use your special power every once in a while it's still close to 100%?
yeah, I should. I'm just very lazy because like 90% of the time don't matter. But then you run into the one group of enemies where it does.
Ah, color themed.
Okay, Damon, Will, equipment, not equipment, calamity. That's rage.
So why did you choose Will?
That reason.
What was that?
Did a silly amount of damage to them. Like, he's not the best, but he is the fastest means of doing silly amounts of damage to enemies. In high AoE. I think that's it. I think they're gone, yeah? Yeah. And we're good. Oh. There's a teleporter there. Probably should have gone to that. Oh well. Can I go back? Yes. I'm still hearing weird noises out there.
Yeah.
Watch it be the Chihuahua neighbors. Or not Chihuahua, Mad Barker neighbors. Again.
Well, there was a deep dog barking at
No, that's a
whomever
good
was out
point.
there.
I just remember, like, a month or two ago, we'd walked by and there were a bunch of cops outside their place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's like no one here. Now, my assumption is we show up and Sarah's already dead from the uprising.
Ooh, that'd be bad. Mega candles.
Well, remember, the uprising did happen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but that wouldn't make sense.
Well, it looks like her. You must be Soju.
Yeah, I suppose I must be. I'd have come to see you sooner, but I ended up taking the long way around.
Yes, I'm aware of your near death and of your travels beyond. While you were there, I was here, bedridden with fever and having the strangest dream. I dreamt I was a child again, and that I journeyed with you into your next life.
Then are you Lin?
Welcome home, Soju. I have looked forward to your return so much.
I am the city's darkness. I can't stay here with you.
Then, what will you do? Go back to the life you led before?
No. Soju I wanted to see you. Though not out of spite or hatred.
This realm took everything from you once, Soju. It would be unforgivable to ask any more of you when you have nothing left to give. But I can give you whatever it is you wish for. So, what do you want of me, of this realm?
As both Kagachi and Soju, I've met many people, experienced countless deaths, and been touched by myriad evils. And yet, no, for that very reason, what I wish for is this, for humanity's hopes and dreams to endure. A new life for Soju. A chance for this realm to survive. That is what we want.
Soju.
I knew I had come to see you to make that happen, so here I am.
Because of what happened in your former life?
Yeah. I was there when this realm was destroyed. I witnessed the end. It was utter devastation. I just want to know why it happened, and if I can do anything to stop it. You know the answers to those questions, don't you?
The Sovereign is charged with protecting the cycle of reincarnation by any means necessary. That includes silencing the Oni.
Oni?
As I'm sure you've seen, despair sometimes builds within a person's spirit. Anger, grief, regret, hatred. It is these emotions others cause us that give us the rise. Let me adjust myself. It is these emotions that others cause us that give rise to that despair. Upon death, memories and spirits are cleansed by the light before reincarnation, but despair remains. It falls deep to the earth to escape the light. Through prayer and other efforts, generations of sovereigns have prevented that despair from hindering reincarnation. However, it seems in your previous life, there was enough despair to form the Oni. Which can only mean one thing. That sometime in the future, my powers fade.
More like you get shanked. They don't just fade, you're executed. Not too long from now.
Executed?
It was already history in my former life, but I'm pretty sure this is roughly when it happens. I figure if I can keep you from getting killed, I can keep that world from being destroyed.
I have another suggestion.
Which is?
Find out how to cleanse the despair that has gathered in the depths of the earth.
Is that even possible?
It's never been done before. But we cannot let the knowledge of the cause of this realm's destruction go to waste.
How about I protect you first? Then we go kill the shit out of whatever's down there.
Yeah, because if you
This seems really dumb and backwards.
If you just learn
like,
to
what
cleanse...
if I screw up? What if I die?
Yeah.
What if it turns out I can't do anything? I get back up here. You're dead and what? Do I ascend the throne? Sovereign murder bastard?
Well, there can only be one, remember, from this royal family. She's technically your sister, or Soju's sister.
Hey, guess what? You killed my sister. Guess that means rights of succession are mine. Get out of here, faker. King Murder Dick is on the throne.
So, if it's all right with you, I'll leave my life in your hands. I'll be safe as long as you protect me, and that ought to buy the realm a little bit of time.
Oh, she's gonna come with us. Okay, that makes way more sense.
Yep. But, if you want to ensure that this world and its people remain safe long after you and I are gone, then reincarnation itself must be reformed.
A preemptive attack, eh? Protecting the cycle by changing it. Should have known that the Sovereign would have a different take on things. I doubt your liegemen will like the idea of their princess joining forces with a murderer.
Then kidnap me.
You said that a little too quickly. Are you really the Sovereign?
I am your sister, lest you forget.
Can't argue there. So, where am I kidnapping you to?
The first pillar. Only the Sovereign can access it. We should be able to learn more about the origins of this realm there.
Alright. We just open the door, shove her and close it on her. Aha!
I really like her adult form. It looks really cool.
Yeah. No, I wish this is something that had happened, like,
Also,
7 hours?
Is she wielding giant blades?
Yeah. She might be.
Or are they just part of her sleeves?
Okay.
I can't tell.
Can't tell either. World map. Where am I going? Can we quote the murder dick line? Sure. You should probably get the proper quote as opposed to the paraphrased version. And we're back to the ubiquitous Orange Valley of Death and Destruction.
I've noticed that this has been incredibly popular, but people really like having odd spikes at the end of braids or sections of hair.
You charge at me, I charge at you. Get out of here, penguin.
Because I can understand it being decorative, like beads or something else, but blades? Unless your intention is to whip your hair around and smack someone in the face
My
with
hair
it.
back and forth. My hair back and forth.
What?
Song.
Yeah, I've heard of it before. I especially liked how when I had my hair in a ponytail and it was wet from going swimming, I could whip it around. I've always kept my hair fairly long. Pretty
I still
much.
think you would look really cute with a short haircut for once.
But the problem is I have such a long neck and I have a, I don't want to say a roundish face, but it's better to have a longer hairstyle with that combination so that it thins the face, but then also is in line with how long my neck is, because otherwise...
Well, on character, I guess.
Wander, imagine how much longer my neck would appear if I had no hair to go alongside it. You know? Also, I didn't like how with short hair, I couldn't tie it back.
Oh, that boss just disappeared? That's confusing. Did he die? Oh, there he is.
Also, I'm worried that it would just become a curly mess. Because my hair has some waves to it. Sometimes they turn into curls. But if I made it any shorter, I don't know if that's what my hair would become or if it would all go straight.
Bubbly. Everything gets bubbled. I really like her, but compared to some of my other bruisers, she really does not do a whole lot of damage.
DA, you mean?
Yeah, I guess she does a lot. Her AoE is good. I wonder what her spirit level is. My god, they just keep coming, don't they? Well, you know what? I don't care. We can beat this game with gusto, panache, and some other bits. Oh, shoot. I'm surrounded. Ow.
Yeah, they're firing at you. Those bubbles. They're deadly.
Oh, it's not the bubbles. The bubbles are me.
Oh. Oh, okay. Oh. Are those poison bubbles as opposed to bubbles that they're sending at you?
Yeah.
Oh, I misconstrued it. Oh. One of the ones with the punchy ears. Aw, missed all of them. They're just hovering at a distance.
That didn't quite do what I was hoping it would.
I think it's because they're meant to dash in.
I'm not really sure if charging any of my hits is worth it. It does like a little bit of extra damage. I guess it does double my damage.
Oh, you're at the border of one of the dark zones.
Yep.
So where's the creature that will allow you to see into the... Oh, okay. Maybe it's one of the giant dinosaurs over there?
I think those are just bunnies. I could be wrong. I haven't seen any dinosaurs yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a bunch of these guys. Ooh. Get him, Gavad. Charge. Ow. You can't stop me. I'm the gingerbread Gavad.
What? Gingerbread? What does that have to do with anything?
Nothing. I'm just saying stuff. I'm in like a sort of feisty mood. Because I had like one good joke about, you know, us being Murder King. They call me Henry VIII. Are you alright?
I'm sorry. I think I better rest. Just for a little while.
No apologies necessary.
Oh, I see. Those are her sleeves.
but can't you do anything about, you know, all of this?
These clothes are woven with fibers from special plants found beyond the veil. They strengthen my prayers, so it'd be remiss of me to change out of them.
Oh. They suit you.
Do they? I suddenly feel very self-conscious now that you've said that.
Hey,
Yes?
do you remember
Remember what?
the last time we saw each other in the Eternal Garden?
When we were children. Yes, I remember. I think of it every day.
You do.
Not a day has passed that you haven't crossed my mind. And after they told me you were dead, I always felt like you were alive, somewhere out there. But it wasn't just wishful thinking. When I had that dream, I knew that I was right.
You mean when you dreamed about being Lynn?
Yes. She must have been a manifestation of my desire to save you, to see you become whole.
Yeah, I got that feeling too.
It all started in that dream. I wanted to say something, anything, but no words could come. It was awful. Perhaps that is why my nightmare stretched on and caused those around me with so much panic.
Maybe. But what matters is that you found me.
And for that, I am thankful.
Me too. Now then, ready to get going again?
Yes.
Bonk. Wee. Boop.
So at this point, is Kagachi reincarnated in the body of Soju?
Yeah.
Or is he just one half of Soju's spirit that has taken up his body
Pretty much.
and reabsorbed him, except has maintained his own separate
So effectively,
will?
Soju died.
Mm-hmm.
He got shanked by the humorless boy, which is such a stupid ending for
Yeah,
him.
he was distracted by Zov, or Zov's death, I should say. And of course, his act of mercy. I knew then there actually mentioned it, that seeing the mother dead on her bed with a knife wound, that wouldn't bring him any peace. That would only... It would make him desire revenge, especially against the one who committed the act. And the fact that he stayed right there, too, to ensure that the boy came back, and I don't know.
Yeah,
It's one of those things where stabbing shouldn't have been the method.
Yeah,
Or
that's one of those where leaving the scene of a crime might be a good idea. Standing around in the same room might not have been a good idea. Letting her die of natural causes because the old bat is insane might have been a good idea. My son won't care if I get brutally murdered. What'll he care? He'll be free. She sounds like those, like...
He'll be free of his burden.
She sounds like one of those horrible old ladies that's like, Oh, I turned 60, and now I'm a burner out of everyone around me. Better just die. Oh, you didn't call for second Mother's Day? Well, guess I mean nothing to you. Better just die.
Wander.
Up this Thanksgiving wasn't as good as last year's. Time for death. Hey, weird murder jerk, please come
Wander.
kill me and free my family.
Wander. I don't really like that.
I don't like it either.
I don't like it because I remember when I worked with my family,
But it's
part of my business meant going to this one nursing home and helping with patients that were there. And I would strike up conversations with them and such. And so many of them, it was so sad because many of them had been...
Is it square time? It is square time. Thank you, Square.
Thank you, Square Enix, for giving us Oninaki. And the thing was... Wait, Wander, why are you skipping
it doesn't matter.
dialogue?
He just wants to go to his house.
Well, what I was going to say is, a lot of these people that were put in the nursing home, they really did feel like a burden to their family. And it was in part because their family, many of them didn't have time for them anymore. They would very rarely see their family members. Maybe the family would visit, you know, once a week, a couple times a month, something like that. But there has to be a better system because to have a family member in a nursing home, beyond hospice care and other things, it's such a costly burden financially.
It is.
Among other things, and they felt so...
worthless?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a failing of our society to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
Of like, you know, you're only useful while you're working.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, whoa. Giant machine?
Are you alright? Can you move?
I'm fine.
Then go hide over there.
Whoa. They always have the most bizarre creatures in this game.
I do like the boss designs, though. They're all interesting. Ho ho, Gavon! Go get him, buddy.
Whoa. He's just annihilating huge chunks
Like
of
I
his
said,
health.
go get him, Gavon. He's just pushing me along. Go, Kavod! I wish this whole soundtrack had sounded like this. It's like this song is so good. But it's only this song. I mean, the rest of the soundtrack's actually still pretty good when you hear it.
Celtic bagpipe rock.
I didn't realize they were that close. Sorry.
No. I'm the one who should apologize.
Let's try and get some rest.
When they told me you had died, I can't tell you how bitter I was about our separation. But then I found out you were alive, and I felt responsible for all of your suffering. And now you're here, right here beside me. Nothing has ever brought me such joy.
Ah, shoot. The last spirit's gonna be her, isn't it? There are death flags. They're waving. We get back, she gets shanked, and we're like, well, guess it's time to be Jerk King.
I missed you so much. This whole time. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I missed you, Soju.
Why'd you never actually try and track him down?
Well, she thought he was dead. Initially.
You missed me so much, you became Lin just to save Soju. To save me. I finally understand now.
I was jealous of Lin.
Because she's you.
You know.
Hmm?
No, never mind.
You have something to say it.
Well, the name you gave me. It's a little, well...
What name? Oh, right. Should I call you Sarah? You can walk?
Mm-hmm.
Then let's get going. Oh. The heck is that? Why
Let's
is it red?
Bastion?
Looks rad.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, it's an epic tier weapon.
Epic tier.
The problem is it only has two slots, which is kind of stupid. Oh, well.
What is this?
It's the boss arena.
I mean, I suppose it is long for
It had to be
rolling.
long so you'd actually have room to do things. Why is this here? Hello?
Yep. Yep, you'll have to plow through some monsters before you can clear out the area.
Easy peasy. I am Mr. Plow. I think I'm stuck on Sarah. That's dumb.
It must be really, really awkward in stories where the main protagonists find out that they're siblings. I mean, somewhat akin to Luke and Leia. But it's not like they were alluding to any potential
They kissed.
romance or interest. What?
They kissed.
No. For Luke and Luke and Leia, they did kiss one another. But in this story, it was a different kind of dynamic.
Yeah.
Because she was a tiny spirit girl. Now, if she had been a spirit lady and they didn't know each other.
Now, you know the unfortunate thing?
What?
The actual romantic interests aren't even born yet.
Very true. Because Kushi was, yeah, he hadn't had Mayura yet. But now he knows precisely what to name her. But then, what does that mean for the young you? Would they have even been born? If you survive this realm? Or this particular time period?
I mean, alternatively, Kagachi / Soju dies at the end of the game and then becomes Kagachi proper anyway.
Mm-hmm. Except that time he'd be whole.
Yeah. So he actually has emotions. At which point he mourns his parents and then Kushi kills him. The circle of this game.
Whoa, he took off.
Yep. Crusade is a fun skill.
Crusade!
Like, I think I still stand by Zov probably being my favorite. Like, Gavad is a hilarious boss murderer, but that's... I don't really like him for a lot of other things. Zov is very good at, like, just murking groups of enemies at once. He's got nice, long, sweeping hits. He attacks stupidly fast for a dude with a lance.
Well, it's a very spiffy looking lance, too.
Hey.
It's always interesting to see sparring matches between mismatched weapons. Because there's definitely advantage to having a weapon with reach.
Yeah, until somebody clears that, and then it's just like, well, I'm in trouble.
But if you're good enough, it will never come to that.
Yep.
Ooh.
I think I gotta...
Look at this shrine.
That is creepy. So this is the place?
Perhaps. It's my first time here, too. What's this? There was something just like that at the palace.
You're right. It looks the same. Maybe you can open it.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, a portal. It opened! Did you see that, Soju?
Yep. I saw it with my own two eyes, even. This is where we'll find the origins of the realm.
If what I've heard is true, yes.
And there must be something there that can help us. Let's have a look around. She got stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Ooh,
This
pretty music.
has some nice music.
Then again, it reminds me of how in Lost Sphere there was definitely a track or two that had chimes and such.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but this one has vocals to accompany it.
Heck was bomb.
And you hear, with all that noise, I would have expected for it to build. Instead, the music dropped off, and now it's just ambient noise. Oh, those are mini versions of the large one that you had fought before.
Yeah. At least they don't have much HP, so they're not actually that annoying.
Mm-hmm.
I pretty much just aggro stab them to death. Not the most exciting way to fight them, but
Wonder what
works.
this stone looks like.
There's the music.
There's the music again.
Guess we'll just hear it kind of super quiet for a bit. Oh. Hey.
It's like there are flecks of starlight in the rock. Perhaps it would look like blue goldstone.
Well, yeah,
With more of
Zov is
a
only
green
rank
hue.
6.
Oh, yeah. And they have flecks of metal in different shapes.
Does he only have 2 axe stones? He only has 2 axe stones. They have a bunch of stones that... Ah. Her. Should rank her up, because I have been using her. Or I should be using her.
And what's her... Oh, there's her last demon, or... Her last memory is over on that branch, up to the north.
Mm-hmm.
So close. Now she's rank 6.
Yep. It strikes me that I probably should have grinded up some of my usuals just to get them on par. Let's see. Daemons. What about Givad? Oh.
Hmm?
Right. We didn't have Gavad's last memory, too.
More of those pyramids.
Damn. That's a good move.
I've almost expected them to be turrets or to be posts for bridges. Some of them are. Or at least they're at the edge of the bridge.
Kill these guys. Dumb homing shots hurt.
Whoa. That was a big
Avalon
blast.
has a long charge up time. It's very good for clearing groups of enemies, though.
Avalon.
There we go. On Doji. Oop. Well, it kind of gets that guy. Okay, it's good for clearing weak enemies.
And there's the culmination of the music again.
I just wish the sweet music would keep going.
Yeah, it stops way too short.
It really does. It's like sweet
Except
music,
for the
sweet.
You almost
Like it
expected
didn't even get to
go...
the vocals that time.
Well, no, it did. But the vocals started and then they just ended, and they stopped at the same place that they had last time. I think they say that in order for music to not become too repetitive, especially in a game where you're exploring an environment, that the tracks tend to be about 6 minutes long.
Okay, that hurts them.
Oof.
And it's back.
Yep.
But for how long? Man, you really think they could have patched this at the very least?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm a little baffled that their lack of music wasn't like that nobody noticed it. Oh wait. That's nothing. And it's gone.
Yep, that's where it ends.
No, but there was a little bit more vocals earlier.
I think it always stops there at the da da. It sounds like it should be working up into a larger climax or a... Oh. Countless times, I traveled in disguise to the town where my brother was staying. He had chosen a treacherous place to live out his life in secret. I relived the night of his death over and over. Even if I did come face to face with him, what would I say? I didn't know, but I continued searching for him. A plaza in shadow, children scrabbling for scraps. This place stood in stark contrast to the privilege in which I lived. Blank stares followed me everywhere, boring into my very soul. It felt as if I were being judged. Perhaps my brother was there watching me too. And if he was, what was going through his head? The last thing I felt was excruciating pain. I lost consciousness almost immediately. A figure stood behind me, clutching a dully glinting blade. I felt warmth in my belly and knew I was dying. I wonder what this person had desired so badly that my life needed to be forfeit. What did my life matter to them? What had my brother desired of me back then? I don't care if he hates me. I just need to know. I'm sorry I amounted to nothing in the end. I'm sorry that all I ever wanted to be was myself. Just wanted a reason to exist.
Oh, that was anticlimactic.
It's interesting though, because she mentioned that her brother was in a town where there were a bunch of children begging for scraps and stuff. Could she have meant the bandit village?
Probably.
The other red-headed guy wouldn't have been related to her, would he?
Probably not.
Yeah, because he was talking about his father.
All right. Yes.
Meteor shower.
So she has become a full area clear. That's kind of fun. Anything else? No. Okay.
It's unfortunate that so many of these characters didn't fall in battle, but just
got randomly killed? Yep.
Not that everyone's death has to be a noble one, per se, but it's just unfortunate in her case. Just in the wrong part of town.
Well, yeah. Oh. Oh, we know about that one, though. I didn't like that one.
Roly-polies. That's the thing. In Lost Sphere, there are songs that were like this, but they lasted for minutes.
Yeah,
Or
which
they
is
were on
why I think
continuous
this is a bug. Because this feels wrong. Like the song's supposed to loop or something.
Mm-hmm. Well, it might have even gone into a bridge or a chorus.
Bridge, chorus, different song, anything.
Mm-hmm. It sounded like it was building up to something, not an abrupt end.
Yeah. Like, I kind of want to get my hands on the actual soundtrack for this and listen and be like, so what were we supposed to hear whenever the soundtrack rolled by?
Yep, there it is again.
Alright, Gavad.
Oh, we do have the last part of Gavad's story.
Yep. In there with most of them. Again, war consumed all I held dear. Again, only I survived. I fired myself from my cannon. I had nothing left. I had nowhere to go. My life was meaningless. I wandered the wastelands and came to the source of my suffering. A part of me watches as I return to the battlefield. A me that laughs. A me that cries. A me content to have nothing to protect. To be ruled only by hatred. I have nothing, I can protect nothing. No matter how hard I fought, no matter how strong the bonds I formed, I couldn't save even a single child. I'm useless. So why am I still here? What was it that I believed in? How am I supposed to protect people? What was I supposed to do with my life? And we never get an answer for him either.
How did he die?
On the battlefield?
I think we're supposed to match it with what's on the... See how there's a pattern that's left and right. Or you just got the energy through the center.
Yeah, I was just curious why it was rotating semi-randomly. Also, thanks Square for game.
Uh-oh. Oh, oh. Oh, look at all these tapestries. Is this going to be the history of the world?
What is this?
Monster people fought humans.
It looks like it's meant to be a battle, but not between humans. Look at the size of it. Cool.
Okay. Oh, wait. Can you look to the left?
Not really.
Okay, so they're the creatures.
And there's some people, like, kind of fighting.
Yes.
Actually, that's the first mural we saw, but backwards.
Mm-hmm.
And then that one. Everything's on fire. Oh. And
Oh, I see.
there's the other
on
mural.
either
Wow.
side, it's humans fighting the creatures.
Well, no, the left and right murals are just
the
mirrored of
identical.
each other. That's so
Mhm.
lame.
So, could it have been something along the lines of humans had been waging a long war against these orc people, but were losing because they didn't have the size and strength, and so they decided to summon a demon creature?
Could be that they were the shadowless. I don't really know. It feels kind of random. Like, I will admit, this feels like another one of those situations where the villain is being revealed kind of at the end.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're presented with a number of secondary villains. Some of which you actually... Some of whom, I should say, you actually did bring to justice.
True. And I appreciate that.
And ultimately, the only villain that you have right now is just the Oni that will potentially destroy the world.
The collective sadness of humanity. Which, like... That's what Sin was, kind of. Sort of, but not really. Sin was like a weird super weapon, but also the...
Collective sins.
Yeah.
There's
wasting all my
definitely an
stones.
appeal to force of nature villains in games like this, where the human villains are made a bit more sympathetic, and then they try to blame their actions in part on some kind of deity or monster. Nope, those guys are right behind you. Ah.
Works when they get in front of me like that. We might want to go back to the alchemist one last time.
For what?
Gear upgrades.
Yep. And I'm sorry I've been intermittently quiet here and there.
I mean, it's getting late. We can't stream this anymore, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, this game was always underperforming.
Well, we can always record it outside of
True.
streams, but you were pretty much do all of your recording in streams now.
Yep. I also just want to be done with it.
Are we really just working our way to the end boss? Or is this just one of many things that lead up to the ending?
Lost sphering us where it's just like...
Psych, that wasn't the final boss. You have another 2 or 3 in the horizon.
If we get to the end of this and it's like, cool, but what about the real villain?
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll go to bed. And I'll look up that walkthrough and probably watch it and be like, how much did we have left? And it's going to be like 10 minutes, and we're going to be like, son of a...
No! I hate it when that happens.
really
have to
happen.
wonder why the collective sadness of everyone manifests into a being.
Yeah.
And then, yes, with the collective sadness of humanity, I can understand why they would discourage people from mourning or experiencing things like loss.
Yeah, but like, people already turn into monsters. Like, this seems like Super Double Jeopardy. Stop that shell.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
You drink more tea.
No. Damn it. This just feels like, hey, by the way, if you mourn ever, you doom humanity. And it's like, what? What did I miss? I freaking missed. And he ran into it. I'll take it.
Got some damage. Finished him off that way.
But no, I do think they took Lost Sphere under advisement, and they did actually make it so that the game just kind of has an ending as opposed to kind of this like perpetually increasing stakes. Which,
Setting
like,
the goalpost even further.
I did appreciate in Lost Sphere that, like, they kept developing things. Like, it didn't feel bad. It felt rough. But
Well, we still haven't finished it. So
yeah.
we still don't know the end for
True.
sure. But by that point, when we stopped, we had been through 2 to 3 what we thought were potential final boss battles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it kept not ending. Which felt weird.
Because I think you'd even fought the embodiment of evil and everything. But it kept escaping, and then you'd have to fight it elsewhere, and...
Yeah, it just kind of kept going. Let's see. Oh, hey. Nope. Still no good fangs. Anything in transmute that's any
The
good?
upgrade I need to go.
Yep. Shade stones. Only thing I really need to do here is get rid of Martyr Plus. Attackable manifested basic attack, skill attack. Because Martyr was screwing me over a little bit. Not sure if healing was really doing what I like, doing anything good. Let's go Sky Attack. It's my go-to anyway. Actually, hold on. Because Gi adds Muddle and Paralyze, but that's really not that helpful. Right bumper, right trigger, light attack? There we go. Those are his two main beef moves. Everybody else, I think, is well enough equipped. The axe, maybe I should have gone for raw power, but eh. Okay, no, we're over here. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're, like, right at the end, I think. Well, maybe at least right at the end of this, like, dungeon thing. Wait, no. What? Hold up. Where am I? No. Second level. Ah, there we go. No. No cutscenes. Sorry. It looked like I was right next to a door, but the answer is no. Yep, that's fine, Shell. Yeah, with the name like... Oh! Wow! Gavad just became scarier. Now I do 2,000 damage per ram action. Which is just downright mean. Everything gets shot. And everything gets rammed. Oop. Okay, it did die. Cool. Oh, I guess a bit. Nah, we're good. But yeah, I like this game. I hope they keep learning and improving. Because I feel like a couple more tries and Tokyo RPG Factory could make some, like, really rad stuff. They just need a couple of tries to get it fully right. Which is kind of insane in and of itself. There we go. Because, like, truly, most game studios don't get multiple chances like this. Usually they fold pretty dang fast. Like, I don't know. I'd love to see the sales metrics on these sorts of games and see how well they handle and sell and whatnot. Because there was a thread from one of the publishers I know. Should reach out to him at some point and ask him stuff and be like, you know, wanna talk numbers, seeing as you're sharing numbers? Because I'd love to know more about the industry.
I think the thing about it is, aesthetically, there's still a lot to love about these games, and some of the characters are really endearing, and, well, I mean, the thing is, they're not really a series of games, they're their own stories that are separate from one another. It's not like there's a consistent world or consistent magic system or... I mean, there were definitely similarities in, say, monster character models and things of that nature.
I appreciated that this one they actually brought some new things to the table.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they're not too different. I mean, the basic enemy type is still a penguin.
No, very, very true. But it's one of those things where I think they've done so well because there's still something about them.
I hope
that appeals, even though
yeah,
they're a little bit unpolished in some areas, more so than others.
Oh.
And each game also mechanically is different too.
I hope they did well. Like, it's one of those where it's like, I don't know the math. That's part of the reason why I was bringing up this thing about publishers. And apparently,
because I think this game was an experiment into a new fighting system.
And I think...
Because the past ones had been turn-based.
Yeah, sort of turn-based. It was RTB.
Wasn't the first one strictly turn-based?
No, it was sort of.
There you go.
What a puzzle. I solved it. Are you proud of me, Sarah? I am the puzzle master.
So yeah, in this, definitely the combat system was the huge overhaul. And in the previous ones, they focused a lot more on story. Oh, so...
Looks like the battle's over. Must be the continuation of the mural in the other room.
There's just destruction. Hey, that looks an awful lot like Sarah. Are these the survivors?
What does this building look like to you?
I hear palace. It must be. Then, does that mean this is our realm?
And the survivors of the battle fled here? Oh, you know what? The reason why they probably kill off one of the two sovereign children is because the other one is usually what turns into the Oni.
Mm-hmm. It makes sense. Your character looks like they could become an Oni, but that wasn't the creature that was off in the distance. Like, you killed yourself before it was resurrected.
True. That freaking hurts. Hey.
Oh yeah, it's poisoned. That's why it has little bloop, bloop, bloop noises.
These guys annoy me.
That cape is pretty awesome.
Was that the cape is awesome?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I just like the gradient, the fact that it has these embroidered lines going down the center of it, and I mean, the tearing is cool. And it seems to flow well. It's a little bit stiff, but I rather like how it seems to be constantly billowing about.
Mm-hmm. No, I kind of appreciate the character for who he is. He still has kind of generic backstory number whatever.
Is she still providing healing or not?
No.
Oh, okay. So
No,
she
she stopped doing that when she turned into an adult. Just like most children, they stop being useful the moment they become old. Stop helping out in the house. They don't do chores, they get all mouthy. Want college funding. Money. I miss the good old days when all kids would just shut up and work for you until they're old and dead.
I know that you're dripping with sarcasm there. What I never understood was how kids were given cars off the bat when they turned 16.
I mean, I could kind of understand it depending on what the kid was doing. Because, like...
I thought that a lot of people didn't have the right maturity to be driving cars even at 16. But then also, it's a huge financial responsibility.
Yeah,
and
I think the kid...
It's definitely something that you could use to commute to a job. But I would see, 18 and up, that's when you have college and, maybe you drive to and from your school, or you are in another city and therefore need some kind of mode of transportation. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I didn't get my driver's license until I was 20 because I just didn't see a need for it. And then didn't get a car until probably a year after that. No, not even a year. But then, the car that I have now didn't get that until
I think it's one of those
3
where,
years
like,
after that.
a lot of kids that were given cars at X age, sometimes they earned them, sometimes they didn't. But it
also depends on if it's a new car versus something that's been lightly used.
Because I had a lot of classmates because I went to a relatively, like, affluent...
Oh, yeah. You have that one story that's pretty bad.
I mean, I don't just have that one story.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the one I tell.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I'm sure people have heard the story, like, rich girl didn't get the car they wanted, so they crashed the car. Well, yeah, I knew one of those people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And then didn't her parents get her another one?
Yep.
Can't believe it.
2 more.
2?
Yeah.
Did she crash the middle one as well?
Yep. That was her just speeding and drunk.
I, once again, can't imagine.
Yep. If I had a kid that got caught drunk driving, that would be the end of... I mean, we'd have to have a long, hard conversation about why I should continue to care about their endeavors for a while.
But also, if it was all in high school, that would have been illegal, too.
Yep. But, you know, kind of
I mean, the drinking and driving is illegal regardless, but the drinking part...
Yeah. Affluenza does horrible things to people. But also, like, affluenza gets way, way too much, like, leeway as well. Like, I didn't hear that my town started cracking down on people until, jeez, what was it? Until my brother's year, I think? Because the star football kid wrapped himself and his friend around a tree. You know, killing them both instantly or something like that.
Well, yeah. I don't know what the statistics are for it, but an awful lot of people die, not from crashing into other vehicles, but crashing into inanimate objects like trees, light poles.
Yep.
Usually around turns at night.
Well, yeah. I mean, heck, I don't feel confident about turns sometimes, and I'm always sober.
When we were getting our Oregon licenses, we had to take the written test again. Well, not written. It was just a multiple choice quiz. Like, okay, sure. I suppose some kids didn't even pass that, and then there were some kids that were taking driver's tests, and one of them had actually crashed into a parked car. Not like crashed, but bumped.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that did it.
Woo! Felt so bad for that kid and his parents. Because they made it... It seemed like there was a huge event going on. It was groups of people coming in.
What, the driving test, or...?
Yeah, for the driving test. It was like family members or groups of friends that were coming in to all take their tests together. Could you imagine being the kid that failed the test and your other friends succeeded in theirs?
Yeah. I mean, so, you know how yesterday when we were at lunch I was talking about the group of friends that wanted to go skinny dipping at the,
Yeah, and you told them no because you...
So, back
illegal,
up, I was doing
want...
I was between friend groups because one of my friend groups got really into boys. Because, like, straight up, they all started dating people and or each other. And it got really messy, and I was very much not interested in that scene. Because, like, who gives a shit?
How did we get to this from cars?
Cars? Well, so I was between friend groups.
And then how did we get to cars from...
Here, I will explain.
Okay.
I don't know how we got to the, first car, admittedly, but, oh, this is the wrong one. Whatever. That does some damage. But, so I was between friend groups, so I was starting to, like, meet new people and see, like, hey, you know, maybe they're worth hanging out with. Because everybody in my high school came from, like, a handful of different a handful of different elementary schools, and nobody ever learned how to make friends with anybody outside of that friend group.
We were talking about college. Oh, and you were talking about kids asking for college funds.
Oh, yeah. Because I was just being randomly hyperbolic. But...
And then it was about how children don't do anything when they get older.
Yeah, it was just...
And it was because of Lynn.
Shitty.
And because Lynn wasn't healing anymore.
Yep.
That's how it all started.
So, anyway. So when I was kind of between friend groups, I was also learning how to drive, prepping for the SAT, and a bunch of other things. So I ended up actually spending time with a lot of other classmates. Oh, that's how I'm supposed to get there.
Little portal.
Let's see. That didn't work. That worked. And we get an atlas. I was wondering how I was supposed to get on to the...
Well, oh, it's when you emerge from the portal, but you accidentally walk back into it.
Yep.
That's nice.
But so one of the groups that I ended up encountering were pretty cool, pretty nerdy, but I'm gonna say proto-potheads, where there wasn't a whole lot of pot available, so they just kind of, I wouldn't say acted the part, but like, had weed been available, they probably would have been smoking every time everybody hung out. But this is just in the early days of pot being generally more available in Massachusetts. And so, mostly they just kind of hung out, played video games, talked about stuff. And they weren't terrible, but it was very cliquish. It was a bit of a shame, but I was friends with them through art class and driving school and a couple other things, so I got to hang out with them.
Driving school. Okay.
And so, as part of driving school, we all, you know, had our test at the same time, because it was effectively, you go through like a 5-week course.
And then you all take your test.
Yeah. And, you know, we'd all take our test kind of at the same time, because, you know, that was the end of the course. There were a couple of people that didn't, but that was about it. And so I go, I think, fairly early in the morning because I wanted to do stuff with my day. But I show up, hang out, and one of my classmates had gotten there first. And all I remember is I was like, how'd your test go? And he's like, I don't want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
I really do not want to talk about it. And I think he had failed within 30 seconds of leaving.
Oh, well, was it one of the... I know that one thing that they always cautioned us in our class... I didn't take the ones that were in school. I took the one... Or that was in school. I took the one that was over the summer with one of my friends. But I think they always cautioned that they often try to get you just pulling away from the curb. They say, always make sure that you look and you set your blinker and you look and then you pull out and everything, because otherwise they can say, oh, you never checked your mirrors, or you never checked behind you physically, and or you didn't even have your blinker on, or you weren't. Oh,
I think it is time for a regularly scheduled thanking of the square. Thank you for the square for the murals of the thing. What the veil is this supposed to be?
The cycle of reincarnation. These are souls heading for the light of the next life. And that's the despair that they've cast off, falling to the depths
of the earth, sorry.
And that's the sovereign, praying to lay it to rest.
But But there's something before that. Looks like the despair is going somewhere. What's this? Are these chains? And there's that creature again. I don't understand. I thought the battle was over. But this mural depicts the origins of our realm.
I think you're right.
So this is a depiction of the cycle of reincarnation. It even shows the creation of despair, and where it gathers deep beneath the earth. So that means this entire system was in place from the beginning. If that's true, then... What is this?
The Oni.
Could it be what's beyond the door?
The door beneath the palace.
Is that really where all the despair goes?
Shouldn't it have been the door with the 6 eyes as opposed to that little one
Well,
with the 3?
but it's behind the door with the 6 eyes.
Oh.
I owe you a... Wait, no. I owe you a great debt, lady sir. Things have proceeded more smoothly than anticipated thanks to you.
What are you talking about?
How you used that man to sow fear throughout the realm. How you sought absolute power by killing any and all who'd not obey.
Whoa, they're using him to...
He's the scapegoat.
Yeah, well, they're using Soju in order to make her complicit in his actions, and that's how they were able to find ammunition
At
against
least in
her.
this case. Who knows how... Probably the same way, actually. Yeah. Having the Night Devil for a brother has its merits. What schemes bring you here now? What I did for no one else. It has nothing to do with Sarah. We're not scheming anything. Well, whatever the reason, it won't matter in the long run.
Why are you doing this?
Simple, really. To ensure my family rises to prominence. We are capable of doing everything you can do. That is not right. Of that you can be sure. No! Without Sarah, this world will be destroyed. Don't be ridiculous. My mother and I would never let that happen. You don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea what calamity awaits this realm. If Sarah dies, so does this kingdom. I've seen it happen. I've seen how it ends. I'm sure you have. You can tell me all about it later when I visit you in the dungeons. If you don't get yourself killed trying to resist capture first. I can't let you do this. Predictable.
They're releasing monsters on him?
Well, this ain't gonna work well for him. These fallen have been selectively bred. Perhaps it's a bit too early to use them for live combat, but let's experiment anyway. Stay back, Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Which one? Okay, this is the right one. Ooh, stun's bad, though.
And this is the beginning achievement. Wow.
What
What's
were you
this
thinking
orb?
you were going to do, Leo? Beat the snot out of me? Fun joke. It seems there's room for improvement. Sarah.
Aw, they captured her?
Seriously? Now that I've captured you, traitors, we can return to the capital. Come on, really?
What? She could have run in the other direction so they couldn't. What?
Oh, this is stupid.
I heard she ate their souls. They say Lady Sarah was... What?
The rebels were right.
Oh, you helping the
I was pulling
executioner.
the strings.
Yeah, pulling the strings of the executioner.
No, you have to trust Sarah. This realm's going to be destroyed. Why? Why won't you listen? And thank you, Druidic Lich, for the 4-month resub. Thank you so much.
I never thought we'd meet quite like this. Did you, former sovereign?
Just give up. You'll never be able to rule this realm.
How dare you speak to me like that, filth! You still have much to answer for. What were you plotting at the first pillar?
Why does it matter? Do you want in?
Choose your words carefully. You are hardly in a position to bargain with me.
Then we'll await the destruction together.
What destruction?
Even as we speak, the despair of everyone who's ever been reincarnated gathers in the depths of the earth, growing, biding its time until it awakens.
Is that so?
And once it awakens, it will consume the kingdom. It must be wiped out, and we're looking for a way to get the job done.
Lies.
Then open the door below and see for yourself. Oh right, you can.
I see you are incapable of minding your own tongue.
Mother, perhaps we should at least see for ourselves.
Very well. If you find nothing, I shall have you executed on the spot. As many times as it takes. Oh, so she's familiar with the loop? Potentially?
No. She knows that, that Soju's been killed a couple
Multiple
of times. Yeah.
Right. After which, the current sovereign shall be publicly executed.
I won't let you do that.
Ooh.
Why not have them do it if they think they're so capable?
Remember, he did a snide comment to Lobelia saying, "Oh, but you can't."
Yeah.
So she knows full well that she can't.
What is this? It's exactly as the mural depicted. It's here, I can feel its presence. The darkness shed during reincarnation. A graveyard of hopes and dreams. Let us press onward. Huh.
Oh, you can talk to each of them?
Make no mistake, you are not free. And you would do well to remember that Sarah is in our custody.
If it is as you say, and there truly is a way to avoid this catastrophe, I shall spare you. But if you find nothing, I shall have you executed on the spot. Merciful, wouldn't you agree? I'm sorry, Soju. I wasn't strong enough.
Round 2 in the same environment.
Ooh.
Oh, we should probably save the game soon.
You should have saved before this, probably.
I don't think this is it.
Ooh. It's a pool.
So this is what will destroy the realm? The precepts state that souls attempt to carry hopes and dreams into the next life. Yet at the same time they must cast aside their anger, sadness, and hatred. All that darkness sinks into the depths of the earth. And that's what we're looking at? What happens if we touch it? No idea. Well then. We've come all this way. Shall we see what happens?
No! You have no choice in the matter.
Did you not say that this pool of darkness will destroy the kingdom? And find a way to prevent the annihilation of the realm. But remember that our patience is not infinite. Should the mass rise up, we will execute her.
Soju!
Don't listen to them. Sooner or later, we have to learn the truth behind reincarnation. None of this changes anything. I'll come back.
Soju!
Well,
It's taken him into itself. Where? And then your theory about him being the Oni would have been right all along, but nah, it looks like he just has to fight.
what is this place?
Did you make a save?
No, but it's a good time for it. I'll just kill these guys real quick.
Whoa.
But yeah, I should save just in case there's like end game choice.
You're just running past everything? Why?
You know, I'll kill what's convenient, but I'm not gonna fight the big guys. I mean, I could. In this case, I don't get the choice. Ow.
Yep, he did succeed in stacking you there.
Oh, come on. Lasers. Sadly, the lasers in this game are... I was really expecting more of the laser barrage.
It's too bad you can't pan the laser.
Yeah, it'd be nice if I could move it around just to get it a little bit more on point. Now we're finally getting all the dog equipment.
Oh, the house.
Apparently.
Or a house. You're not going inside?
Can't.
I thought there was an A next to the door.
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Hmm.
I was surprised too.
You're not gonna go back and check?
I double checked Shell.
Okay.
Like when I was there. I can do it again, but it's a waste of time.
Mm-hmm. I was probably munching on an Oreo at the time. Yeah, see?
No.
You can go in the house. What
I
did
guess I
tell
was too
you?
close to it.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Who's that?
Have I reached the bottom of the pool? I guess I was wrong. Yeah, maybe I was just too close to the door and it wasn't giving me the prompt. Because I didn't see it.
I saw the A flicker for a moment.
Ech. Or am I beyond the veil? Hey, kid. Stop thinking. It's not worth it. Sorry. There's no hope here. Welcome to the Shadow Pool, or should I say the Oni? The Oni. Yeah, we're inside now. When souls shed their negativity as they cross into the next life, it gathers here. This is the dark side of reincarnation. Anger, sadness, hatred, it's all here. That's what makes the Oni. Once the Oni gets big enough, it'll leave the Shadow Pool and devour the living world. As long as there are humans, the Oni will exist. Now, no matter how many times you kill it, it'll only come back. Humans birthed the Oni. The world was once vast, but the Oni destroyed a little more of it each time it woke. Now this realm's all that remains. And soon, this realm will be destroyed too. The Oni will devour the kingdom the next time it awakens. So that's how it works. The Oni will exist as long as humans do. If humans die, so will the Oni. The only way to destroy the Oni is to destroy mankind. How do you know all this exactly? I lost my life in a battle with the Oni, long before this kingdom existed. It devoured my very soul. There are many more like me, but in time they all became part of the Oni, and joined the ranks of the Fallen. I'm the only one left. So I wait in this hopeless place until I too become one of the Fallen. I am so tired. Give up. If you know what's best for you, you'll find no hope here.
Mm-mm.
What was that? You saw it. That was an illusion. Fragments of the hopes and dreams consumed by the Oni found their way to you and showed you another world. You must think you're their last hope in a world without it. Saw the same thing too once, but not anymore. Soon you'll be waiting to turn into one of the Fallen like me. You're a ghost of lost hopes with nowhere left to go.
I don't think so. We're gonna persist.
But yeah, see, super close.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, no, I just can't go back in. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sup, nerds? Oh. Whee. She has great group clearing. I will give her that. Damage might not be amazing, but that's okay. Because she only has to hit everybody a couple of times.
Uh-huh. Cleared them out fast.
What the? Ah! Barfed that big guy out.
Ew. I mean, there are globules of this viscous oil-like substance. All the pain, anger, despair, fear.
That it? Did that wreck it? That wrecked it.
so everything in that dome just gets cut into tiny bits. Right?
What was that?
The dome? Everything that gets caught in the dome?
Yeah, it just takes a boatload of damage. Whee. Yeah, if there were more enemies, I'd be less likely to attack these guys, but they're so easy. I'm gonna
Are
not
they
fight that
perpetually spawning? I don't see an end to them.
guy. There's kind of an end. We're finding a lot of these red weaponry.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I should be picking it up and, I don't know, using it.
Would they have stats that are comparable to the ones that you currently wield?
Technically better if I actually bothered to upgrade them.
We don't know if you'll be able to upgrade them.
I'm sure the game would let me out. Let me do that. I just don't know if I care. Like, it's one of those where it's like I could, or I could just keep going.
Oh, a gate.
Pick this up. It's interesting that it keeps going here.
Yeah. Well, you can check it, just to see. Or are you just going to the objective?
I'm just beelining.
Oh.
Welcome to Taiyu. I'm looking for a way to defeat the Oni. Oh yeah, well, then...
Leishan, come quickly. She's about to give birth.
I'll be right there. Pardon me, traveler. I'll hand you off to... Get going, Leishan. I'll keep the traveler company. Thank you. Then I must take my leave. He's a smart kid, eh? Smarter than a lot of adults around here. So, what brings you here? I want to find a way to defeat the Oni. I see, I see. In that case, we want to talk to our warriors. Just wait a while. They'll be back. Thank you. What?
What warriors? What is this? Was this town swallowed up, or is it just an illusion?
What's wrong? Did something happen? Some of the fallen appeared nearby. Everyone left to fight them off, but it's not going well. Flee while you can, just to be safe. I can handle a blade. Let me join you. Thank you. We must move quickly. They're fighting to the west of the village. Oh, that was fast.
Well, then you might actually go north.
Is it time for thank the square? So thank the square. Thank you, square.
Thank you, Square Enix, for giving us Oninaki. Definitely been enjoying it. Still really like that one creature design right there. The raptor with the axe helmet, blade.
Yeah, they're
face.
pretty cool. Let's see how
They
many.
use it like a shovel.
Does she really only have 3 stones? Hot dang. Stop doing that. Oh boy, this sucks. I do not enjoy navigating this. Ooh.
Quite a number of skills that you can...
Yeah, but I'm looking for a specific one.
Mm-hmm.
Eh. The sound effects loud or just me? No, they're probably loud. There they are.
Wait, is that who I think it is? Did Kushi somehow find his way in here? Or is that someone else?
Honestly, not sure. That's annoying. Oh, shoot.
No. You see them all poisoned. There still has to be something up with that eye. Did any of the other watchers have a glowing eye?
Nope.
No, it was just you and Soju.
Yep.
And you only use it when you're in the overclock mode with your daemons.
It might just be to look rad. And that's it.
Wait, there are more spawning? Sheesh.
Of course there are.
Just bobbing my head to the music. This is a lot of fun. Ooh, I like that riff in the background. There's some violin. Oh, there you go. There's the dome. Dome of destruction. They're all down for the count. But they got up.
Yeah, unfortunately, the laser barrage just doesn't do quite as much damage as I was hoping it would. But that's okay. Alright, there we go. They have gotten donked.
No, this is someone else. Rada.
Thank you for the help. I'm Wada. I'm Kagachi. I hear you're looking for a way to defeat the Oni. Well, you better hurry. The increase in the number of fallen means the Oni will soon awaken. We warriors must be prepared for the battle ahead. I imagine you'd... Father! Naki has been blessed with a healthy baby boy. Wonderful. I'll be right there. I believe it was destiny that brought us together, Master Kagachi. Please, come. Baby's the Oni. Kill the baby.
Babies be born inside the Oni, unless this is an illusion still.
I don't really know what's going on here. Or this is the super past. Are you well, Nakia?
Are these his parents? Or something else? Who knows? Yes, father.
Have you settled on a name?
I have. I will call him Ruto.
Fine name indeed. Hello there, little Ruto. I was just trying to remember who's Lishan. A new life. That's what gives people hope. stopped! The storm has stopped! The gods smile upon us!
Ruto is truly blessed.
Do you have a moment, Master Kagachi? So this is probably a fragment of the past. Like the guy said, the illusion.
Mm-hmm. I recognize this cliff.
What is this? The world was once vast, but the Oni destroyed a little more of it every time it woke. Now this realm is all that remains. So this is the world as it used to be. And we have a name for it. The Wailing Realm. The Wailing Realm. The realm where the Oni dwells. Where the Oni grows until it can rise up to destroy mankind. It has done so time and time again, and as you can see from this ravaged world, the last several thousand years of history are but the chronicles of a single war. Few humans remain after the countless cycles of peace and war. This time, however, we shall bring the tragedy to a close. We shall defeat the Oni. The Oni will exist as long as humans do. If humans die, so will the Oni. The only way to destroy the Oni is to destroy mankind. I've heard the Oni is born from the hearts and minds of humans. That to stop the Oni, we must destroy ourselves. Even if that proves true, we cannot lay down our arms. We have lives to protect. So, you plan to fight the Oni? Of course! I plan to join my fellow soldiers at this very moment. You can't. You're in no shape to fight. Let me take your place, father. Stay behind and continue to lead our village. They are the only reason I've made it this far. Though my work is not yet done, my life belongs to them. Father, please. Above all, I must serve as an example for you. I must be your guiding light. Do not fret, my son. It is not yet my time. I entrust you to watch over us and see this through. Should the worst come to pass, you must flee. Carry what you have learned here on to the next life. The Oni may be destroyed. Understood. Let's go. Take care of everyone, LaShawn. I will, father, so long as I live. Take care of my father. We shall soon set out for the Wailing Realm. I know we have fought for what feels like an eternity. This battle shall be no easier than the last. We've seen countless number of our own fall in battle. But I'm here to tell you, we have nothing to fear. Each blow you strike brings the light of a new dawn to the living world. My fellow soldiers, we fight to protect the ones we love. We fight to protect the living world and secure peace for our own. We fight for the future.
For the future! Look at those clouds.
Yup. Okay, there's no way this is ending within the next half hour.
Nah, I would almost expect that you attempt to help the group of people kill the thing, and then you are killed, and then you have to go back and fix everything again. Unless you just went outright, but I don't know.